Hi, I'm Phil. This month, I've tried a handful of new things to either make money or save money. I'm a brand strategist. My business does well, but even then, I like to be smart about the choices I make when it comes to earning and spending. So in this video, I'm sharing 5 things that I did recently to make money or to save money, and they were really easy. I'm going to share my screen and walk through these with you right now. Let's get started with the first thing I want you to do. Again, we're talking about making money or saving money in some cases. What I have pulled up on the screen is my credit card bill, a segment of it. Trust me, it's longer than this. But what I want you to spend a few minutes doing, although it seems and sounds tedious, it is extremely important that you go through this, your credit card statement, the credit card rather, that you use for business. It is important that you go through this once a month. What I want you to do is, I have on here turned on the highlighter feature, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to highlight the monthly subscriptions that I have every single month. So again, anything here that is a subscription, you're looking at a few of them, I want you to highlight it, move on, highlight, and then by the time you've gone through all of this, I'm not going to go through all of it in this example because I want to just make the point, go through top to bottom, make a list, and evaluate whether or not you need all of these subscriptions. Software companies in particular are they design their services so it's easy to sign up for a premium account. Maybe it starts free and then you put your credit card in. It is so easy to have these monthly subscriptions stack up. And if you do not take the time to go through these on your credit card bill, you might forget what you have signed up for and what you're paying for. So while it seems tedious, I know it seems tedious to go through one by one, once a month. Put this in your calendar. Make sure you do this once a month because I bet, I put money on it, that there are subscriptions in there that you probably don't need. Next tip has to do with saving money. For those of you entrepreneurs or small business owners that travel, my recommendation is to stay on Airbnb. And if you have some flexibility on how long your trip can be. I'm not talking about a trip for, I would say 1 to 2 days. In that case, I normally stay at a hotel. But anything 2, 3, or more days longer, I will typically stay in an Airbnb instead of a hotel. Airbnb has come a long way. By the way, they're not sponsoring this video. It's just a website I have bookmarked and up very often. This is a platform that I use that is obviously still the leading platform to find accommodation that's an alternative to a hotel. But some specific tips that I want to point out to you if you have some flexibility on duration and location, but I would say mostly duration here. As a host, I am also a host on Airbnb. This is my property in Davenport, Florida. I will link to this in the description below. This is the one that I just bought a few months ago across the street. So I know this as a host and as a user, a traveler of Airbnb. If you have the flexibility to stay in a location for a week, at least a week, hosts are typically given the option and encouraged to discount properties. I'd say 5, 10, sometimes 15% for a week. And hosts are also encouraged to discount their properties for a month. So if you've been around my channel before, you know that I stay at Airbnb to Airbnb in most cases as I traverse the world. I try to stay in a location, if you have some location flexibility or independence, I try and stay in a location for at least a month because that is where you will get a serious discount on your property. So they've really upped the search features here. You can start with anywhere. You can click here, I'm flexible. As soon as you start looking for properties for a month, and I'm not even going to define a destination here. Let's see what comes up. As soon as you define 30 days or more, that counts as a month. Then the discount that you can see on some of these properties is 20, sometimes 30 or more % off, okay? I didn't define exactly where I'm going here. It's showing me results in Florida since that's where I am right now. But again, one way to save money as a entrepreneur or a small business owner that travels, stay in Airbnbs instead of hotels and try and extend your trip to a month. If you can work remotely, you have location independence and some flexibility around that. Week, you'll get maybe 10, 15% off. Month, you'll sometimes get 20 up to 30% off. This is kind of a little hack too. A lot of times when you are nice and you message a host and you say, hey, my budget is this. I noticed it's slightly out of the range of what you offer, but I wondered if you have any flexibility or you'd be open to hosting me for this amount of money. Host can send back a special offer. I do it all the time. They can send back a special offer, and that's one way to save some money with a little bit of negotiation. Moving right along, and I won't spend a lot of time on this one since there are other creators out there who talk only and more extensively about credit cards and points, but I did want to mention it for a few seconds in this video since we're talking about saving or making money. I know it sounds crazy. I have this credit card, which I've shown on screen, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's a famous one for people based here in the US, very popular with those that travel. This credit card came out. I also noticed it was featured, even it was called out in the Vox documentary on Netflix, all about credit cards and how these work. Credit cards can be dangerous if you don't pay them off, but if you do pay them off in full, like me, if you have enough cash flow to be able to use these almost like you would a debit card, I actually make money on my credit card. So yes, the yearly fee is high, $550 a year, but this includes a Priority Pass subscription, which I use all the time in airport lounges, and you get a travel credit back every year. So the first $300 you spend on travel purchases annually, you get it back. So for me, I don't actually consider this to be a $550 fee. I deduct $300 from that because I spend $300 pretty quickly on travel. So it's more like a $250 fee, but then, give a little bit for Priority Pass. In credit card points, because I use this credit card towards business expenses, I actually make every year. I make some years $2,000, $3,000, sometimes $4,000 or more in points, the equivalent points that you can also redeem as cash or you can use towards travel for more points. I'll link to this credit card. It's a well-known one. You've probably heard of it, but man, I actually make money using this credit card. So I use it again for my business expenses, and at the end, I get more money from it than I put into it, significantly more. And so that's why I'm mentioning it. Fourth tip is a fun one. If you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner looking to cut some expenses or save some money, I recommend cooking at home. I've never talked about this on my channel. Normally I'm talking about tech tools and less lifestyle rather, but you know what? I save a lot of money by, first of all, not buying coffee outside of home unless it's absolutely urgent. I use an AeroPress coffee, and I buy my coffee in bulk. I actually buy it in Colombia from a brand called Pergamino. I will link to them in the description below, but that's saving money every morning on coffee, not buying it out. But I also cook a lot at home. My partner and I cook at home instead of buying out meals unless we're on vacation. But I have two websites where I go to get some of the best recipes I've ever tried. Both of these are clients of mine. Both of these brands I have designed myself, and I'm very proud to share them with you. First is PaleOMG. Julia Bauer Roth is an amazing source of delicious recipes. I've actually tried these black bean brownies. If you have a sweet tooth like me, you will love these. I will link to her website below. She has thousands of incredible recipes. The other one is Fed and Fit. It was so much fun working on this brand identity. Cassie of Fed and Fit has some incredible recipes. Look how good this pesto chicken pasta bake looks. This website has just been updated recently. The brand is brand new, and I'm so happy to see this looking amazing. Best mezcal margarita, make that one at home. Yum. These are the two websites I go to find delicious recipes, and you save a lot of money by cooking at home instead of eating out. And last easy way to make money as an entrepreneur or save money. In this case, it's about making money. It's a little bit meta because I'm talking about YouTube on YouTube, but this has been the most incredible way for me in the last 2 years that I've built from scratch to make money. I'm now doing brand partnerships. You'll spot them all the time on this channel. This video is not sponsored. I'm just, in fact, sharing my favorites. But YouTube has become an incredible source, not only of income, but just of satisfaction and really helped me perfect or improve rather, I don't know if it's perfect, but improve my communication skills by posting. I try to do twice weekly. And not only is this a fun thing, but I make money when I partner with brands. I also get paid now, even as a small creator. I'm at 23,000 subscribers. You know, as a small channel, I make over $1,000 just in advertising. That doesn't include the brand partnerships. So if you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur and you're thinking of, okay, how can I put myself out there? I would make a case that YouTube is an amazing way to start posting your thought leadership and start, just start posting, experimenting with the kinds of things you'd like to talk about and something that people can learn from you. And this can become a lucrative source of income very quickly. Very quickly. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Now, there's not, necessarily a secret formula that you follow talking about something that you're knowledgeable in and communicating in a way, a format, you perfect all of this over time. But this has become incredible for me. And last thing I'll say on this is it's so much better than other social media platforms, right? Content that you work so hard to create on Instagram or Facebook, other platforms, it dies like after a week. LinkedIn, it lives a little bit longer, but after 2 or 3 weeks, no one cares about your post. Whereas on YouTube, if you create a good video that gets picked up and gets some traffic and YouTube serves it up in the algorithm because it thinks people are going to want to watch it, that can sometimes happen a year. For me, sometimes it's 2 years after posting a video. In fact, it normally takes 2 to 3 months for a video to take off. So I'm thinking that far ahead. And so again, there's no way to guarantee that a video is going to take off, but I think of it a little bit like a lottery. Every time you post a video on YouTube, and posting consistently is key if you want to grow this into a platform you can monetize. Posting consistently, every time you post, it's a little bit like playing the lottery. It's like buying a lottery ticket. I can't guarantee that it's going to be a winner, but you can put your best foot forward and play. And the more times you play in this lottery, the higher or the more, the better chance, I should say, you have of winning. So there you go, 5 ways to make money or save money, which have helped me recently. So that's why I'm sharing them with you today. If you've got any lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, a different kind of style for me normally than what I post, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thanks for watching, and those videos are coming up next.